Hello again. So here we have military collection number 2, and today we're going to start with something called the FNSS Pars 4x4. I think this might be a European or a Middle Eastern company, FNSS. It's a modern vehicle, of course. This one has two missile launchers or some sort of rockets on the top of it. Alright. Next one is the 6x6 version. FNS Pars 6x6, although it looks totally different. So it's a completely different design. It's not modular with the 4x4. This one's got a little machine gun or something on the top of it. You ready? Going to some US ones. This one you might recognize. It's called the Force Buffalo A2 MPCV MRAP. I think MRAP might mean Mine Resistant Armored Personnel. I have no idea what MPCV might mean though. But I know this one. I believe this is the vehicle from Transformers. It was one of the Decepticons that transformed, and I think it's called Bonecrusher in the Transformers franchise. Okay. There's a big one coming up here. This is called a oh, that's just a turret. It's a separate piece, of course. This is a G6 Rhino SPG howitzer, so it's a self-propelled grenade or self-propelled gun SPG. And see the little cockpit there in the front? I think that's pretty neat. But it's a big vehicle next to that Range Rover there. Alright. This next one is a Force again. This is a Force Cougar MRAP 6x6 APC. So it's meant to carry armored troops around, and there's a turret up front for a 50 cal machine gun. Yeah, pretty big vehicle for sure. Alright, this next one is called a GAZ 2330. I don't know where GAZ is from. I have a suspicion it's from like Russia or one of those East European countries. But this kind of looks like a Hummer or a Humvee. So it's the European version, I guess. Next one is from the same brand as a GAZ again, but it's an armored personnel carrier. It's called a BRDM-2. So this one has a turret on the top, and we probably have a machine gun. I can't 3D print the turrets on these things. Shapeways won't allow such a thin material to print because it'll just break off during shipping. So I just leave a hole there, and you could put like a needle in there. See that little hole right there in the turret? That turret spins around as well. Okay. This next one is called a Gkn Saxon AT-105 armored personnel carrier. So I'm not sure if there's a, yeah, I guess that must be I don't know if that's a turret on the roof of that thing. I think it might just be an armored box. But it's a really asymmetric design. See how the cockpit's there on the left? The driver's windows. So it's a really unique design, I think. Okay, this next one coming up is a Gkn Simba 4x4 APC. So again, asymmetric cabin. Sorry, the driver's cabin is on the right side this time. And then seems like there might be a turret up top as well, but no gun, of course. Alright, let's go back in time to like World War II. This one is a GMC DUKW military boat truck, commonly known as the Duck. So it's, a truck that can float in the water. It transports troops and cargo across water, so from the land directly through water. Alright. This next one is actually from the US, I believe. It's called a GPV Colonel 8x8 APC. So I've seen some YouTubes on this guy. It's obviously a big vehicle next to that Range Rover. I'm not sure if it's actually won any sort of military contracts though. I'm not sure if any countries have bought this thing. But it's cool looking. Let's get this out. Another big one is this guy here, a Gtk Boxer Apc. So again, I'm not sure what GTK is from. Could be European, but this is a APC of some sort, and it's got a turret with a machine gun up top. That machine gun I oversized, you know, it's quite thick, but it does spin around and stuff like that. I'm surprised Shapeways let me actually print that thing. Alright, the next one's going to be quite small. In fact, I'll leave this one up. I think this might be from World War II. It's called a Humber Scout Car. I assume it might be from England, being called a Humber. But it's pretty funky. It's a very unique design. It looks like tapers on the inside. That's the rear view, I think, right there. And then I think this is the front view. But it's pretty small. I mean, it's as small as a Range Rover. It's even smaller than the Range Rover. Okay. So you're probably familiar with this. This is the Humvee. So, yeah, driving around the Middle East and all sorts of military bases all over the world. Okay. This next one is called a Husky Vmmd. I don't know, can't even guess what Vmmd means, but I think it's meant to be a minesweeper. There's actually supposed to be two mine detection arms off the side of it, but I couldn't model them. They would just break off during shipping, so I just left them off. But it's definitely meant to go over mines because the base of it is like a V, and so if an explosion happens underneath it, the explosion will be deflected away from the driver. Alright. This one is called an IAG Guardian Extreme 4x4 MRAP. So it's a troop transporter, and it's got a little turret up top there that probably has a machine gun in real life. I think I have the turret backwards actually. Hold on here. Yeah, you probably want the armor facing the front. Okay. So we got 8 more to go. This one is from the US, made by International. It's called the Max Pro Mrap. So maybe, sorry, I guess it's distracting to see those models over there. I'll move this over. Could be, you know, based off of a commercial truck. International is known for making semi-trucks. Maybe they took the front tractor of it and then just armored it. I'm not sure, but it's obviously a really tall, big vehicle. Giant tires and all. This one is called an Isotrex Legion 4x4 MRAP. I don't know where Isotrex is from. Could be European. So, no gun on this one. Just a armored personnel carrier. Alright, this one is called an Iveco Guarani VBTP-MR. So Iveco is an Italian company. They make commercial trucks, you know, semi-trucks and stuff. But naturally, it seems as though they dabble in the military stuff as well. Actually, I have a few models military-wise. So this looks like an APC, an armored personnel carrier of some sort. Alright, the next one is the Italian Humvee. It's called the Iveco Lmv, light military vehicle, I guess. So yeah, it definitely looks like a Humvee. It's got a big tall exhaust in the back and a snorkel on the front, so it can ford through deep water. And it's got a hatch on the roof. I'm sure there must be an option to have like a machine gun turret. Okay. Another Iveco is called the MPAV VTMM. I don't know what that acronym means, VTMM, but this looks like an APC as well, with the probably options for turrets on the top. Alrighty. Another Iveco is called the Puma 6x6 APC. Yeah, a much more low-slung vehicle. interesting how the two front axles are so close to each other. Alrighty. Actually, one more Iveco, that is. And this is called the Super AV 8x8. So that's a big vehicle. Right, it's quite tall, and with 4 axles, yeah, I'm sure it can roll over quite a bit of terrain with such tall tires as well. I like it. It's very modern looking. And the last one for today is a Kamaz BPM 97 Vistral. I think Kamaz is a Russian truck company. I know they make like rally trucks and stuff, but they obviously dabble in the military. It's quite an interesting shape. You know, the nose is so flat, and then it becomes more normal looking on the side. Well, the back half of it, I mean. Some hatches on the roof, hatches for the drivers and the troops in the back. All right, let me rearrange and show you all of them. And that is part 2 of the military show. Which is your favorite? For me, I'm going to go with this G6 Rhino. That thing's really funky looking with that central cabin there. And then obviously you have a giant howitzer on the thing. But you movie fans might like that one, Bonecrusher. Okay, well, thanks for watching. There's going to be a couple more military videos, so stay tuned. Thanks.